Hello everybody, welcome to my math channel MATHWEB. In this video I am going to tackle question number 5 from Pearson Edexcel A-level exam for Mechanics 1. This exam is taken in May June session year 2024. A parachute is used to deliver a box of supplies. The parachute is attached to the box. The parachute and the box are dropped from rest from a helicopter that is hovering at height of 520 meters above the ground. The parachute and box fall vertically and freely under gravity for 5 seconds. Then the parachute opens. From the instant the parachute opens, it provides a resistance to motion of magnitude 3200 Newton. The parachute and box continue to fall vertically downward after the parachute opens. The parachute and box are modeled throughout the motion as particle P of mass 250 kg. Find the distance fallen by P in first 5 seconds. Actually, in this question, there is two types of motion. For first 5 seconds, the motion is under gravity. First 5 seconds, okay, then it faces the resistance of 3200 Newton. Okay, so let me draw the diagram over here. Let's say this is ground. Helicopter is hovering at 520 meters above the ground. This is the ground, and box is thrown. Box and parachute, actually we are considering box and parachute as one single particle. Single particle, the mass for both will be 250 kg. It is given in the question. Okay, so let's say this is box and parachute together. The mass of this particle P is 250 kg. Let's say this is at point A and this height from the ground is 520 meters. This is given as well in the question. Okay, now this box and parachute is dropped from this height. Consider it reaches at point B. Let's say this is the point B. From A to B it takes 5 seconds. The time taken is 5 seconds. From A to B motion is under gravity. Okay, so we have to consider this as under gravity and acceleration will be 9.8 meter per second. Here we could write the SWOT equations here, S, U, V, A and T. For first 5 seconds motion is under gravity and we need to find that distance. So we have to find this distance from A to B. So here I am writing the values for A to B when box reaches from A to B. Okay, U, both were at rest initially and final speed is not given. Acceleration is under gravity. We are considering this way positive and A will be 9.8 meter per second square. And time taken is 5 seconds. So in these SWOT equations, if 3 values are given, we could find the fourth value. Here 3 values are given. Initial speed is given, acceleration and time is given. So you could easily find S, distance traveled by it. So this is just of 2 marks, so it is very easy. Just plug in the values in this equation of the motion. S equals to ut plus half at square. U is 0, so first value becomes 0, plus 1 over 2, acceleration is 9.8 and time taken is 5 because it is t square, so it will be 5 square. Solve by using calculator. 25 multiply 9.8 divide by 2. It will give you the answer 122.5 meters. So distance traveled from A to B will be 122.5 meters. Now, if this distance is given from A to B, you could easily find this distance, the remaining part, because total distance is 520 meters. Here parachute opens, okay, and it is facing a resistance to the motion. Okay, that resistance to the motion is always opposite to the weight. Weight for this particle will be, because this is 250 kg, so weight will be mg, that is acting downwards. That will be equals to 250 g. Now at point B, parachute opens and it faces the resistance to the motion, that is equals to 3200 Newton. This thing is given as well. Okay, now from, let's say it hits the ground at point C. You can consider the point C at the ground level. The distance from B to C could be found by subtracting this distance from total distance. Hopefully you understand it, how to get it, because total is 520. So if you subtract it from 122.5 from 520, you will get the remaining part from B to C, the distance. Okay, So it will be 397.5 meters. So from B to C, the distance is 397.5 meters. Got it? Let's move back to the question. For first part is done. Now for second part, find the speed with which P lands on the ground. P hits the ground. We need to find this speed when it hits the ground here. Okay. So for that, you should have three values. As I told you in SWOT equations, if three values are given, then you could find the fourth value. Okay. Here we have just only this value, 397.5 meters. Got it? And nothing else is given, because now it is not moving under gravity. It is moving with some acceleration. You should know that acceleration as well. For second part, first of all, you should know what is the speed of this particle at point P. To find that speed, you have to consider the same motion like from A to B. What is the final speed from A to B? Okay, that will be the initial speed for B to C for sure. To find that final speed when it arrives at point B, this particle reaches at point B, you could find that speed by using this formula, V equals to U plus AT. Okay, so U was 0, acceleration is 9.8 and time taken is 5. So final speed when it reaches at point B is 49 meters per second. This is the final speed. Now for B to C, we can use here Newton's second law of motion. Net force is equals to ma. From here you could find the acceleration. From B to C, you know, it is facing the resistance to the motion, and because it is moving downwards, so acceleration is acting downwards. So direction of acceleration will be downwards. So net force acting on this point will be, you will subtract the resistance force from the weight force to get the net force. Okay, because it is moving downwards. So it will be 250 G minus the upward force is 3200 Newton. This is the resistance force, will be equals to mass. Mass is 250 and acceleration. From here you could get the acceleration. You divide this value to the other side, 250 into 9.8 minus 3200 divided by 250. Okay, you can replace the value of G here. So acceleration will be equals to, you could use calculator here to get the answer. For sure the answer will be minus 3 meters per second square. The acceleration is negative here, so it is deceleration actually. Now we found the value for the deceleration, that is -3, and we have the speed at point B. Again you can write the values for SWOT. The distance from B to C, this is for B to C. Okay, the distance from B to C is 397.5 meters. We already got that one. And initial speed at point B will be the final speed. This one will be the initial speed for B to C for sure. Okay, that will be 49 meters per second. And final speed you need to find here. Acceleration is -3. Actually this is deceleration because it is getting negative here, so we can say it deceleration. And time taken is not given. Now three values are given. You could easily find the fourth value. Now we can use this equation of motion to find the velocity when it hits the ground. Okay, v square equals to u square plus 2as. If you plug in these three values here, you could find the fourth value. Use these values here, so it will be 49 square plus 2 into -3, and distance is 397.5. Use calculator to get the answer. We will get the answer here 16. V square is 16. Here we are considering this way positive. So taking square root will give you the answer. Actually this is plus minus, but we will consider the positive value because you are considering downward motion positive. So it will be 4 meters per second. So this is the speed when it hits the ground. Hopefully you understand it. Okay, second part is done. Let's move on. For C, find the total time from the instant when P is dropped from the helicopter, the instant when P lands to the ground. From here to here, we already found the time taken is 5. Okay, now you need to find the time taken for B to C. Then we will add up these two times to get the total time. Okay, continue. For last part, C, second last part, we can use this equation of motion, V equals to U plus AT, because we have acceleration, we have initial speed, and we have final speed as well. This is for B to C. So for B to C, B to C is this part, okay? And we have initial speed, that is 49, acceleration is -3. Plug in these values here. This is for initial speed is 49 plus -3t. Acceleration is like 3 here, okay? So you can move this value to left side and you can bring this one right side. So -3t becomes +3t, and this is equals to 45. 49 minus 4 is 45. Dividing this, you get the answer as 15 seconds. So time taken is 15 seconds here. Okay. Therefore, what is the total time? We will add up these two times. For A to B, the time taken was 5. For B to C, time taken is 15. So add these two times to get the total time. We will get the answer 20 seconds. So this is the answer for C. Move on. The last part. Sketch a speed time graph of the motion of P from instant when P is dropped from the helicopter to the instant when P lands to the ground. So here we have to draw a coordinate axis to draw the speed time graph, okay, for the last part. For the last part, this is the vertical axis, y-axis, and here you can take x-axis, and we know that for along x-axis we are taking time in seconds, and along y-axis we are taking speed in meter per second. Okay, we know that initially the speed of the box and parachute was 0, so you can consider this point. Okay, at point A the speed was 0. At point B, after 5 seconds, you can take here 5 seconds. Okay, after 5 seconds speed was 49. You can consider 49 somewhere here. So above 5 you can mark a point here, above 5 and along 49. So this is point B. Now you can join these 2 points here. Okay, this is the motion from A to B. Okay, now from B to C it is taking 15 seconds. Further 15 seconds you can consider here. This is 10, 15 and 20. From 5 to 20 means 15 seconds. Okay, so this will be 20. And after 20 seconds, we know that the speed was reduced. There was deceleration and speed was 4. So 4 will be somewhere here. We will consider here. So join these 2 points. This is the speed time graph for the last part of this question. Hopefully you understand it. And if you have any question or any doubt, please let me know. Write in the comment box. Thank you.